Hey guys, nice to talk to you. It's Blake. It's the Fukui SDC 2022. I am so happy to be talking to you guys. Um, by the way, I'm shameless when it comes to showing cute animal videos at the beginning of a presentation. I just don't see why you wouldn't. I've had my coffee. It's freezing rain outside. It's cold. I haven't done anything in weeks except watch Lord of the Rings, the original movies, and cry. But I'm really optimistic. I'm feeling good because I just want you guys to know that I've been here for a while. This is my second time on Jet, and this is the peak of winter, which means that basically we've got the end of March before we're eating soy sauce crackers and mikan under the trees of sakura blossoms like pure beauty. So just hang in there. If you're feeling a little down, it's normal. We're going to be fine. So today's about games with tech. But you could just do these without tech, to be honest. Um, Here's the baby one. The baby with the grapes, like huge grapes. Um, okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to send you guys good vibes again. And yeah, just let you know that um, everything's cool. I'm not starting this over. Let's see. Okay, so here's the content. So, games. I use games all the time now. Like, if anybody's like, oh, Blake, would you do a review? Yep, sure, I'll do a game. Hey, Blake, would you, it's after the test and they're, just kind of tired. Would you do something fun? I'm doing a game. Hey, Blake, would you do 10 minutes at the end of class? Sure, I'll do a game. That's where I'm at. So, these are the four main apps that you use, or I've been using: Timer, Photos, Trivia Maker, which I love. Okay, I'm not gonna say that I got in a fight with the developers of Trivia Maker. All I'll say is that, um, yeah, I just gave them some suggestions, and they, you know, and then all of my games were erased, and I sent them a message that was kind of pointed, and then they were like, oh. Anyway, they made a lot of developments, and I don't know, whatever the price is I originally paid, like $5 or something, I pay it. And then Keynote is just a free app. I use an iPad. I don't have a laptop right now. But I'll tell you a little bit more about if you do have a laptop, like what you can do in just a second. I just use a standard, greeting, good vibes, present information using Keynote, or sometimes the game itself is a presentation, which I'll show you. And sometimes the game is like the review. So the game can be an all in one thing, depending on what you want. And yeah, like if you're one of those people that uses PC or Android or Butterscotch or whatever, kids are doing nowadays, um, you can use any timer app, you can use any photo app. Yeah, if you like sending your photos off to Google and then them sharing it with everyone in the world, having no privacy, feel free. Um, then there, no, I'm just kidding. Like seriously, don't get offended. Trivia Maker, um, you can use the website. You can use a laptop. You don't need to use. You can use an iOS device, an iPhone, or an iPad, or any device. I don't actually know if Android has the app, but you can use the website. And then Keynote, you can just use PowerPoint, which is got its own cool things going on. So, yeah. And so here's the five games I'm going to show you. I'm going to try to keep it under 35 minutes. Game 1, Jeopardy! Classic. Game 2, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Game 3, Family Feud. These first three games are Trivia Maker inspired. And then game 4 and 5, Guess Who and Price is Right, are just things I didn't use the app for, just kind of, played with. Just using the Photos app, for example. So, game 1, Jeopardy. Love Jeopardy. Maybe you think, oh, Jeopardy's lame. Jeopardy's like old school. It's just, Shibui old school. It's just like not useful. It's just for fun. Actually, I've done my self introduction over 100 times, I'm sure. And I use it for my self introduction. It's great. It really bridges some, communication walls, I guess. You know what I mean. And then review lessons for junior high school through high school. Advanced topics, basic topics. I'll do a review. I'll do a textbook review with Jeopardy. And it's if you're just like coming into a class, which happens a lot with me, and it's kind of like a one-time thing, it creates this rapport, and like there's these surprising conversations that come out of it, which I just love. So okay, what am I? Oh yeah, this is me in whatever 3 months or 1 month, March. You know what I mean. Trivia Maker. Okay, game number 1. Junior high school Blake. Alright, this is my just mini version of my Jiko Shokai, my self-introduction. So, cute animal video. Buffalo is my favorite animal. It's my spirit animal. This is a picture I took in my hometown, which is in Kansas. So, where am I from? I'm from not England. No, I'm not from Australia. I'm from Kansas, which is in America. I'm from America. I'm from Kansas. I was born in Alabama. Inaka. It's like rural, okay? This is Kansas. Yeah, Kansas is flat. It's really flat. There's no mountains in Kansas. Alright? There's no mountains. Kind of boring, but cool. Here's my mom. The sunsets are beautiful. Sunflowers. Famous in Kansas. Here's my friend Emily and her daughter. I met Emily on the JET program in 2006, side note. And we are still great friends. Here's us. Do you know Ozu no Mohotsukai, Wizard of Oz?
Stop imagining things. Always get...
Dorothy's from Kansas.
Do you suppose there is such a place, Toto? There must be. It's not a place you can get to by a boat or a train. It's far, far away. Behind the moon, beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rain.
Tornadoes in Kansas. Okay, so here we go. Which one is me? Left or right? Alright, raise your hand if it's left. That's me. Or raise your hand if right side is me. Okay, you're all wrong. Right side is me. Let's try again. Left side is me. Right side is me. You're all wrong again. Left side is me. Actually, I have brown eyes like my mom, and my brother, Bart, has blue eyes like my dad. Elementary school Blake. So cool. Bobby Bertram, Bart Bertram, Barbara Bertram, Bailey Bertram, Blake Bertram. Say no? Okay.
Bye.
Junior high school Blake. High school Blake. I had hair. That was fun. I was in tennis club. I lived in Argentina for a bit. This is us. Blake Bertram, Bertram, Bobby Bertram, Bailey Bertram, saying no, Hige Club, Beard Club.
Okay. Throw me a ball, Bobby. What happens when you hit them together?
These are my nephews, Bastian and Bobby. Niteru. Do we look alike? Yeah, and then, of course, I'll show my friend Emily's daughter, Izora. She lives in Kansas now. She was born in Tokyo. And I asked her, what's your 3 favorite Japanese foods?
3 favorite foods are onigiri, soba, and miso soup. And my favorite dessert is Japanese chocolate.
Thanks, Izora, for telling us your 3 favorite Japanese foods. Now, this is her in Christmas, a more recent picture. I love avocado toast. That's my favorite food. I love cilantro, pakchi. Do you like pakchi? Do you like cilantro? No? I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Cornbread. Ofukuro no aji desu. Soul food right here. Cornbread. Here's my dad, excited about it. Thanksgiving. Oh, man. Come on. Turkey, stuffing, or dressing, excuse me, with giblet gravy, cranberry sauce, cheese potato gratin with potato chip topping, and sweet potato with what is that? The little cabbages? I don't even know, but you know what I'm talking about. It's good stuff. Pumpkin pie. Oh my gosh. I'm just looking at this now. I'm hungry. Oh, baked potato, broccoli pizza, salsa, chips. Okay, never mind. I like Japanese food too. Love oden. Okay, anyway, I'm getting lost here. I'm spending too much time on this. Eheiji, have you been there? You gotta go. It's amazing. Anyway, game. Huh? Go into the Trivia Master app. I'll add some teams for each row. Here are today's categories. What's inside? U.S. states. Characters. Salads of the world. Blake's life. Words and numbers. Okay. So everyone loves characters. Who is this? It's Ursula. Oh, I messed that up. Okay. Here, let's try again. Characters, 200. Who is this? So team 1. Please guess in 10, 15 seconds. Who is this? Okay, team 1, any guess? It's Yoda, yes. Very good. Baby Yoda. Alright, characters 400. Who is this? Team 2, who is this? No guess, team 2? Anyone can guess. Yes. That's right, it's Jesse. Good job, team 3. Okay, so I'll continue like that. I love salads of the world. Niçoise salad is from this city in Nice. Maybe the JTE can explain if they don't get it. But, it's pretty simple. Ceviches from what country? Salads of the world. Basil, tomato, mozzarella, what country? What's inside 200? What's inside of this luggage? It's a hat. What's inside of this fried Scottish dish? It's a Scotch egg. Oh, you know what I mean. What's inside of this famous pink box? So the point is, I usually say at the beginning, 100 is the easiest and 500 is the most difficult. And then let's say team 4-1. This could take, all class really, of an entire class if you wanted it to, or, just a shorter class. Team 1 wins. Team 4 wins, so I'll give them some stickers. Why not? So Jeopardy is useful. It's useful for an Olympic trivia Jeopardy. That's a really good one, especially during Olympic time, like right now. Flashcards, that's a game, I think it's kind of underrated, to be honest. So if they need to learn some vocabulary, or if you just want to do like a fun one like this, they can guess, what is this? Wrestling, good. What is this? It's, what sport is this? It's tennis. So they probably know that. They don't know gymnastics usually. Volleyball, track and field, running, badminton. So it's just kind of reviewing sports names. Ski jump, swimming. And reviewing like where we are in the world, like making it into a sentence. Like I'm using Google Maps here. It's kind of fun to like look at the school we're in, like where we actually are. We're in this school, we're in this country, we're in this city, we're in this continent. And then basically to do a lesson where you look back at those different vocabulary. It's kind of like a review of that. Let's see, where's the Olympics one? Yeah. So Japan in the Olympics, popular sports, eye on the ball, champions, the 7 continents, weird Olympics. So what are 3 new sports at the Tokyo 2021 Olympic Games? Maybe they can guess. Or Japan will make the 2021 Olympic medals from recycled smartphones. Or eye on the ball. The Olympic rings are blue, yellow, green, red, and... Right, so champions, this is funny. Oh, Simone Biles. Yeah, I'll talk about her. Maybe I'll show a video of Olympic performance at the beginning of this. Cool. And even like really advanced concepts, like with the most advanced classes, they were asking about the difference between which and where. And I did this whole presentation for them about the difference and how which requires one of these words in somewhere in the sentence and where doesn't, or both of them can use the word from. And I just slowly go through it and we review the concept, or we talk about the concept. and then I can have I have it as a category in a end of term or at the end, like a review game. So which and or where could be a good, like, just category. Or we did and so or but. This is the library where I study every day. Is it which or where? The school where I was educated closed down. Is this the place where we're supposed to meet? For example. So, cool. That's Jeopardy. I use it for a lot of stuff. Alright. Game number 2, just to kind of go through this quickly, it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And I made these fans. Actually, let me tell you about my pouch, I think. Let me tell you about my pouch. This is my pouch. Inside my pouch I have everything I could need for class, including train-inspired stickers for winning teams, just to keep things interesting, and an HDMI cable left by my predecessor, and an overpriced adapter. I have all the answers to all the games, especially the Family Feud style ones that are neatly put together with a paper clip. I also have my Sakura Wi-Fi hotspot, which unfortunately and without reason is required by the Trivia Master app. Some sort of internet connection and an adapter in case it runs out of power, which has only happened once. I also have Uchiwa. There were so many of these fans left in my desk after many years of ALTs. I fashioned them into two-sided A, B, C, D answer fans to use, and also made some kind of pitiful small ones. I love my pouch. I know that my pouch is always there for me whenever I need it. Thanks, pouch. So yeah, I got a little sentimental there about my pouch, but each team can corroborate, talk to each other, and come up with an answer to each question. So for example, recently, this is the most recent class I did, which is about the future tense, about the 4 versions of the future tense, the main versions: will eat, will be eating, will have eaten, will have been eating. And I did like a little diagram presentation on this timeline, which I'm not going to go into right now, but I just give some examples of each one because they've already learned the concept. I'm just kind of reviewing it and presenting it in a different way. Yuzuru Hanyu will be skating in the Olympics this year, or will skate in the Olympics this year is also okay. So one of the points is that, here I'll skip to the end, that 1 and 2 are similar, 3 and 4 are similar. So they can do this worksheet of 5 questions, and there could be 1 or 2 answers. But the hint is that if it's A, it's probably B as well, because these are niteru, 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 niteru. So they do the worksheet, and then we review the answers to the worksheet. This Christmas, nani, my grandmother's famous cheesecake. We will make, we will be making, we will have made, and we will have been making. So will make, but it also could be will be making. A or B is okay. So if they guess A or B, they get points. Next year, my grandparents something together for 50 years. Okay. Will have lived or will have been living are both good answers. So if they said C or D, they get the points. So they had some time to think about it by doing the worksheet before. I did this one. This is a different topic. This is about good thesis statements. So I give a presentation about, like, thesis statement makes a clear argument or has a clear opinion. So what I'm testing them on here is which of these has a clear opinion. So I give them the length of the music to decide the answer. And the music automatically comes on when a new question shows up, or you can press that little note at the top right, the musical note, to start the music. And then I'll be like, c'est non, and they raise up their Uchiwa fan to choose the question, or choose the answer. I did one, this is one I did with, the textbook was talking about like how statistics are skewed sometimes, or charts can be skewed or not accurate. And so I put together a guessing game basically of different statistics and just had them guess the answer. So I'm not quizzing them on anything they already know. For example, what is the most popular name in the world? What country has the most travelers in the world? Just guess. You know, it's okay to miss. France. And I put my source. What percentage of the world population can read? It may be higher than you thought, 86%. What city has the most spoken languages? It's New York. Second place is London. Rarest language in the world is whistling. Silbo in La Gomera, Spain. This is like my favorite lesson I've ever done. The topic was just to have fun with it. And so I made some common misconceptions about American culture in Japan. Like, what is Kentucky? It's a state. You know, we call the fried chicken restaurant KFC. That's the state of Kentucky. It's beautiful. What do Americans call this dessert? We call it frozen yogurt, right? So they don't know the answer beforehand, but it's an interesting way to present information, not just to test on information. Okay, so game number 3, Family Feud. This one is like just kind of a fun one to have in your pocket at the end when you're like, okay, we have like 10 minutes left and, you know, we just want to play a quick game. So just this is a diagram I made of how I do groups. I just do it by rows. I just find it quicker. And you know, with Corona and everything, like having them move their desks, I just don't do it. So I just make it really simple. But yeah, Family Feud. Let's see. So this is snack foods from the perspective of Americans. So we asked 100 Americans, what, name a snack food. So it's kind of different what Americans would say compared to Japanese people. So that's kind of interesting. You have to think about like, whoa, what would an American say? So you get more points based on how high the ranking is. I like this category, who or what chases people in movies. Just think of something. Guess something for yourself. Zombies, cars, bad guys, police officers, dogs, wild animals. It may seem hard, but they really get it. They got all of them. I mean, all of these, they pretty much get them. Well, except for the cheese one. I always start with this one because it's like pepper jack and feta they're not going to get, which is kind of funny. Things not to take on a romantic holiday vacation. Things you can bet if you run out of money playing poker. Animals that you don't want to have in a glass antique store. So that's fun for like end of class, I've found quite a bit. Or just anything that involves a list. So game number 4, guess who? This is really good for junior high school, especially. It doesn't involve the Trivia Master app, but I just noticed that, you know, when you're like eating ramen in Japanese, you might say oishi, right? Or umai. But in English, we usually make a complete sentence like this is so good or this is really good. So it's good to practice just making a complete sentence, because I think at any level, if you're speaking English and you're making complete sentences and you're in the habit of doing that, then you are going to sound more, fluent. So it's Halloween, just turning they know what it is, but they know that's Pazudora, but it's like, it's Pazudora, it's Stephen Curry, not just say Stephen Curry as an answer. So this is a good thing in the beginning to be like, okay, when we're playing a game, make a complete sentence when you answer. And I have this gesture for how to make a complete sentence. Or please make a complete sentence. So we'll do this where we just kind of practice making complete sentences. Even though they're very simple, it's very powerful. And then we can play a game like have 2 kids come to the front of the class and be like, let's see. Have 2 kids come to the front of the class and be like, show them this picture to the class, but those 2 kids or 1 kid or however many can't see the picture. So the class has to come up with words to describe what the picture is without saying the name. Like, it's a movie, it's animation, it's it's characters, it's Pixar, it's Toy Story. So if they can use their words to describe it, let's see, BTS is a good example. Or this one, like, it's Italian food, it's delicious, it's at Tokyo Hands, Tokyo Hands, something Hands, Tokyo Pizza, what is that place? You know what I'm talking about, right? It's Mexican, for example. So it's food. So the person at the front of the class can guess. Alright, number 5. Last game, Price is Right. I'm just going to quickly show this one because I love it, but I don't know. I don't know if it got the response that I was necessarily wanting. But we basically use this presentation to review numbers like 100. What is this? 1,000. What is this? 1 million. Okay, good. What is this? Do you know? 1 billion. What is this? 1 trillion. Ooh, you knew that. Not many people know that. But the commas, that's how you can easily show. TBMT, the best matcha tea. Yes. So, trillion, billion, million, thousand, trillion, million, billion, thousand, TBMT, TBMT. And then go around the class. Maybe I'll say to Siri, choose a number between 1 and 35, however many students there are. And then that student will say this number, and then they can guess. 200,002 yen. All the way up to, 9 trillion 9. So they really get it, and it's this is the hardest one, I guess. So TBMT. All right, so let's try a game where you guess the price of different things, or you guess a large number. So guess the price of my Apple Watch. Okay. In Japanese yen. Oh, who got closest? Which team? Guess the price in American dollars. Guess the population of Japan. Okay. Go around to each group and I'll write their answer on the board. According to Siri or according to this infograph. 127.2 million. I also put America, population, China, India, population of Earth, so it's a cool way to practice, they say the numbers out loud, so it's kind of a cool way to do that. Okay, problems. I don't have Wi-Fi. You can just write the numbers, the squares on the board and fill them in, or the JTE can do it with you. Sometimes it's more fun that way. I've actually had it be more fun without the projector. Disable notifications. Excuse me. If you're using your personal device, close out apps. Just do a practice run before the lesson. Or you can just use the app as a guide. You don't even have to really cook it to a projector. Only some students are participating. That's okay. Because I think if one student's having a conversation with me, they're all kind of sharing in that experience. Yeah, I mean, if this is a lot of work, just make a Family Feud one that just in case there's some time at the end of a class and you have the projector already set up, or if you want to make your self-introduction a little more fun for yourself. And once you make one game, you can duplicate it and use the categories. Use categories again for different topics. So yeah, you can use Siri for random numbers to choose students at random, or this random number app, or any random number app. You can screen capture using this at the top right. Google Earth is pretty cool. They kind of like watching that. And finally, my recommendations. So I just put together some stuff I like. Osusume recommendations. I like this album, especially Everybody Wants to Rule the World. It's like an old Tears for Fears 80s cover from Brother Tiger. I like this album, Sensational by Erica de Cassier. I don't know, Cassier. There's a movie in theaters. I'm going to go see this tonight. Just by myself, because it's I watched it on my iPad, but once you see it, you'll know that it needs to be seen in person. It's called The French Dispatch. Yeah, it's kind of like healing, and no spoilers. It's healing for the ALT soul, I think. My Brother's Husband. I haven't read this, but I'm going to read it. I've been recommended by many people. How to Do Nothing, Resisting the Attention Economy by Jenny Odell. Not only just kind of talking about the attention economy, but the caring economy, which is something we're all part of, I really enjoyed this book. It's entertaining. And Swift Playgrounds, if you have an iPad. If you want to do some coding games. Steve Jobs, someone put this on my desk. At the beginning of Jet for me, and they never took it. It's just giant whole earth catalog that says stay hungry, stay foolish. So I love that. And this quote from Aristotle, it is disgraceful to be unable to use our good things. I don't know what this means. I think it's funny. It's like we can't have nice things, but like ancient Greek. If you have AirPods or Apple devices, change this setting under settings, audio, or settings, accessibility, audio visual. Just turn on headphone accommodations and change slight to moderate. And it's just something I realized today, which I love. Anyway, yeah. I just wanted to send you guys love, good vibes. Like, sorry if I was kind of low energy or whatever, but yeah, I just want you to know that teaching is no small thing. It's beautiful. It's, you should be commended. It's wonderful. I remember like this teacher assistant in like second grade, and she taught me how to like cut with scissors inside the line so that it doesn't show the line when you're cutting with scissors. And I still like remember that. I'm like almost 40 years old here. So yeah, you're making a huge difference. It's a beautiful thing you're doing. And yeah, I'm excited to see some flowers and just have a great experience here. So love to all you guys. Bye.